Hello, everybody. It is Tuesday night and it is 7 o'clock. Do you know what time it is? It is time for Victorious Living Talk Show where we believe in love, let go, and live. I am your host, Terlisa Gardley-Brown, and we also discuss topics many are too afraid to talk about. The music you hear in the background, I do not own any rights to it. It is the Staple Singers. I'll Take You There, which is classic. So again, happy Tuesday. I hope everyone's Tuesday was great. As always, mine is busy. Hello, my sister Didi and everyone that is joining in. I want to give a couple of people time. Hey, my daddy, love you, love you. So again, my name is Terlisa Gardley-Brown, and I am the host of Victorious Living Talk Show. I do not own the rights to the music you hear, which is the Staple Singers. I'll Take You There. So if you have not done so, please share, please invite a friend, please share, invite a friend, grab a friend, because tonight's topic, it is grown folks only, and I mean that. Tonight we're talking about cheating in the next room. Hello there, Katara. I know, sis, I love the Staple Singers. I am a Dusty fan, like for real I am. So I thought that this song was appropriate, especially with us coming into 2021. I don't know about you, but this year I am determined to get myself together. I am not going through or going for the things that I went through in 2020. God truly showed me how big He was, and I truly got an understanding of who I am in Him. So this year I am determined to get some things done. This year I am determined to walk in victory. This year I am determined to help as many people as I possibly can, God willing. Hey, Kim. So again, tonight, if you haven't done so, grab a friend and share, because tonight we're talking about cheating in the next room. So first of all, as we talk about the cheating in the next room, I want to say that you have not truly experienced cheating until you have been cheated on. That's right. You truly have not experienced cheating until you have been cheated on. You cannot keep someone that don't want to be kept. Too many times, so many of us are bending over backwards. We're trying to do all the right things. We're compromising our principles, trying to keep someone that don't want to be kept. And no matter how big your booty is, no matter if you bring your paycheck and lay it on the table, you can make homemade biscuits, baby, whatever it is you do, if that person is not ready, you are almost wasting your time. Hey, Brother Chris. Another thing I want to say is there are a lot of people that will play with you, but they will not marry you. There are a lot of people will play with you. They will sell you pipe dreams. They'll tell you it's going down, and a year done passed, 2 years done passed, 3 years done passed, and you trying to figure out when it's going to happen. So right now, it's about us understanding that it's not about making excuses. It is truly about us making changes. I see my little sister out there, hey baby, and I see my mom. So as we get into the topic of cheating in the next room, the first thing is tipping, creeping, and dipping has been around since the beginning of time. This is something that goes back way before Bible days. Not only is it something that goes back way before Bible days, but the songs that I have heard over the years, best believe give you a vague, detailed description of what cheating in the next room is. Now, guys, if you know some cheating songs, whether they new or old, I want you to feel free to type them in, because I'm going to go through just a few, and I'm going to try to bring my singing voice out for you a little bit tonight. So the first song I'm going to start out with, and if you know the name of this song, let me tell you, hey Joyce, I'm glad to see you, sis. This song, Barbara, This Is Shirley. Everybody in the Black community know that when you heard that song in your household, Barbara, This Is Shirley, that was some cheating in the next room that was going on. That song, Woman to Woman, was one of the most played songs in the Black household when there was some cheating going on. Let's take it another step. How about me and Mrs. Jones got a thing going on? I don't care how old you are or how young you are. You knew that if me and Mrs. Jones had a thing going on, that somebody was in the house cheating. Let's take it another route, because I'm into the Dusties now. I'm into the Dusties. Cheating in the next room, making plans to see them soon, talking softly on the telephone, and that is the song that I named this show after. So I'm going to speed it up a little bit for the babies, you know, those that are a little younger than we are. Keep it on the down low. That is a song that I promise you that man made more money off of because everybody was doing what? Keeping it on the down low. Now, this is another one that I find kind of funny, but interesting, and it's talking about my side piece. So how about this man, he better came out with a song talking about his side piece, how he is leaving home so he can hang out with his side piece. So let's say this, all of us have not always been on the right side of cheating. I'm not glorifying cheating, nor am I glorifying them songs, but we all grown up in here, I have a comment. It says, if loving you was wrong, I don't want to be right. Yes, ma'am. Stormy Davis, hello. Not only that, but I'm going to go back to Johnny Taylor. He talking about we getting careless with our love affair. Okay? So there are so many songs, especially back in the day, that we can go on and on and on that talk about the aspect of cheating. So if it was not so, we wouldn't have heard these songs. But now I need you guys to switch lanes with me a little bit because we're getting ready to go transparent. Why do people cheat? If we say you ask a man or you ask a woman, some of the answers may be the same. But right now we're going headstrong in. Why do people cheat? The first thing you'll always hear is lack of sex. Yes, I said it. A lot of times people are cheating because they have a lack of sex. Either they are not getting enough, or whatever they're receiving, it is not exactly what they want. Could it be that they have a selfish partner that is always about themselves and about themselves only? Yes, ma'am, still away. Yes. Another thing is not being fulfilled. So if you're in a relationship with someone and now time has progressed, maybe the things that you used to do sexually no longer please you. Maybe the things that you once enjoyed are no longer hitting the spot. So how do you go to your partner that you have been with for a certain period of time and you have the sex conversation? Maybe you with someone and they just not willing to do some of the things that you want to do. So it becomes the same old bored thing. It's like, okay, we're going to get this over with. All right, it's done. Next. It's no compassion. There's no love. There's no romance. How about a real fact of this? Sometimes there's a lack of sex because you are no longer attracted. You know, all of us have gained some weight. Let me tell you, when I first got married, I was a size 8. I'm married now and I am a size 14. So there's a lot of things that come into play. It could have been an illness that is into play. It could have been something else that is into play. There are a lot of things that hinder the sex life in your marriage or in your relationship. Could it be that it lacks romance? And this is real big, especially for women, because a lot of men did the candles, they did the candy, they did the whining, they did the dining. But now that they got you, they have become so comfortable in that there is no romance. It's almost one of them things where it's straight to the point, it's over with, and good night. So I'm not again making any excuses for why people cheat, but tonight we're going to talk about this as transparent as we possibly can. So I want to ask this question. Nowadays, we hear so much about sexual endeavors. We hear about menage a trois. We hear about people going into toys. We hear about different things that are happening in people's bedroom, which is your business. But I want to ask a sincere question of our grown audience tonight. When you started dealing with your person, did you ask them what it is they like? Or did you assume it is what that you were given? Did you automatically feel that what you were given was enough? Or did you have a conversation? And here's why I say this. A lot of times if you talk to your mate or you talk to your spouse, hey, Auntie Gloria, when you talk to them and you start asking questions, you will find out a lot of things about them and their sexual appetite. That's not what we've been doing. We feel that no matter what we're bringing, it is automatically to their satisfaction. We feel because they're having an orgasm or there's a ooh and an ah that we're automatically hitting the spot. And that may not be so. I have found in my own experience by asking questions of people that I wanted to have a serious relationship with, their sexual appetite was nothing like mine. Sometimes the sexual appetite can be very high. Sometimes a person's sexual appetite can be very low. Sometimes a person can have multiple partners at different times and they're okay with that. Sometimes they want multiple partners all at one time. But if we're not taking time to ask these questions, we end up establishing a relationship with someone that wants to have multiple people people that are not used to being with a single person. And now no matter what you do, no matter how you bring it, no matter how you lay it and flip it and rub it down, it is not going to be good enough. Now, it may be all of that to you in a bag of chips because maybe you like everything a certain way, but this person may like the flips and dips. They might like to swing off the chandeliers. They might like to check in at the hotel and do their thing. So as grown people, are we actually asking the question of sex in our marriage? Are we asking the question in sex in our relationships? Or are we just going through the motions? Because if you're going through the motions, you're almost opening up a door. Now, again, by no means am I saying I'm giving you a pass and that this is okay because the needs are not being met. But do you have a communication open enough with your spouse or your significant other that you can actually sit down and talk about these things? Because I'm finding that in relationships and marriages, you better not dare go to your spouse and tell them they're not hitting it right. I'm finding that in relationships and marriages, you better not dare go to them and tell them that things are not the way that they used to be, because people are getting so offensive and they're wearing their sleeves, their emotions on their sleeves. Now, the other thing is this. We have turned away from conversation to the point that we are whining and not dining. So what I mean by that is there's so much complaining, there's so much negativity, there's so much foolishness, there's so much bickering that is going on within the household that the things that we used to do, we no longer do them. The things we used to do like dating, the things we used to do like have our personal time. And then when you start having kids, the dynamics of your relationship change because now life focuses on the kids and you trying to schedule in sex. Life begins to change the minute you marry, and it begins to change the minute your body changes. The minute that you start having sickness or illness, your family structure changes. But how many of us are really willing to sit down and talk about these things? See, we'll talk about the fact that somebody is cheating because of a lack of sex, but are we really getting down to the heart of the matter? Are we really reinventing ourselves in the bedroom, or are we just believing that this too shall pass? And a lot of times what I'm finding is people feel that if they cheat, that the cheating sex is better than the sex that they have at home. Not so. Because anything you have that's new is going to feel good. Anything you do with someone different, because it's different, is going to feel good. So you can't automatically be like, oh, it was this, oh, it was that, compared to what? So I'm going to tell you the definition of good sex. The definition of good sex is when you have time in and you can have the same positions and have a new experience. That is considered good sex. Good sex may not necessarily be because this person is doing this or that person is doing that. If you're with someone for an amount of years and that sex that you have, those certain positions still feel brand new, that is called good sex. And a lot of us are not open enough to talk about it. Now, hear me out. We can talk about everything else in our marriage. We can talk about everything else in our relationships. But when it comes to sex, we get so spiritual. We get so churchy. We get so godly that we can't talk about it. What God do you serve that is not going to allow you to have the conversation about sex in your marriage? Now, not only is it about the sex in the marriage, but the sex period. We close our ears. It's like, oh, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Now, because you're experiencing a lack of, again, I'm not saying go out and cheat, but what I am saying, can we sit down and have a grown folks conversation about the needs that are being met and the needs that are not being met and meet somewhere in between the line? Now, let's take it a little bit further. If you are having a spouse and that person is going to cheat no matter what you do, then you have to make a decision of what you need to do. Because being in love all by yourself ain't no fun. Being and participating in bed all by yourself is no fun. The old song says your body is here with me, but your mind is on the other side of town. So if I'm in a bed with you and all you're thinking about is something else, you're thinking about work, you're thinking about this, you're thinking about that, how can we come to a point of pleasuring each other if you're not where you need to be mentally and if you're not where you need to be physically? How can we get to a point of pleasure? And so many times we find ourselves as women and men where we're compromising all that we're doing. We're draining ourselves emotionally because we're trying to meet a need of a person that is not even interested. We're so busy putting on lingerie, the men so busy trying to spend their money on flowers and whatever else, and you're giving all that you have to a person that has mentally and physically and emotionally checked out. And it doesn't feel fun, as I mentioned, being in love all by yourself. Hey, that Miss Lynette, I have my little sister say that. Speak it is no fun. So let's talk about some of the people that people cheat with. I have never in my day seen side pieces glorified. And side pieces is a term that just not refers to a female, but side pieces also refer to men. What is a side piece? A side piece has a full-time job to take care of your spouse or your significant other. Yes, a side piece has a full-time job to take care of your significant other or your spouse. That person does not have to worry about balancing bills. That person does not have to worry about taking care of the kids. That person really don't have to worry about the cooking and the cleaning. All they are there is for physical pleasure. They are the 20% out of the 100. So they have the 80% at home and they got the 20% with the side piece. Now this is where it gets real interesting. A lot of us are so busy in our everyday normal, we're not trying to figure out what a side piece is doing to keep our man or to keep our woman. Can I say that again? We so busy in where we are, we're not trying to figure out what this person is doing to gain the attention of our spouse. So we are in a position where let me tell you some side piece rules, okay? Hold on, I see some comments. All right, now I have not dated in 2 years because of what I experienced. 80-20. All right now. So let's say this. A side piece position. A side piece is always going to look good. You know why? Because they have a look good, and they're going to give them everything that they are not getting at home. And sometimes the biggest thing we do is we run our mouths too much about what we're not getting at home. When you talk about to a outsider what you're not getting at home, you are giving them the player's handbook of what to do to get you. When you talk about what he is not doing, what she is not doing, there's a mental tablet that is going in and when going on and how you are flowing. So we have to learn that even if you're in a bad situation in your marriage or in your relationship, keep your damn business to yourself. Keep your lips closed until things get better. Because what the side piece does is they play the role of everything that you not. So if you're not sexy no more, they're sexy. If you're not cooking and cleaning, they're cooking and cleaning. If you're not waiting on them hand and foot, they're waiting on them hand and foot. Not only are they doing all of the things that you used to do, but that side piece is fun, baby. They bring excitement. They bring fire. They bring life to the person that feel that they are not getting anything that they need at home. And see, what we have to understand is this. There's a difference in being pleased, and then there's a difference in being pleasure. Please means satisfied, just enough. Pleasure is what the side piece is doing. The side piece is going above and beyond to give him or her exactly what they're not getting at home. And here's the thing. How many of us are grown enough to say, when you see the person that your spouse or your significant other was dipping with, you like, I cannot believe how they look. I cannot believe you cheated on me with that. I cannot believe you left me for a minute to be with her. I cannot believe you did that with him. Because that person holds no light to you, but they're missing the part of you that you are no longer to provide. But see, we can't talk about the side pieces without talking about the sugar daddies, and we cannot forget the sugar mamas. Now, the sugar daddies and the sugar mamas are a business arrangement. Hear me clearly now. It's a business arrangement. It is the sugar daddy or sugar mama have you on payroll. They get so good, baby, they put you on payroll on the 1st and 15th. Daddy or mama got got you. They gonna give you a special amount of money because you're gonna perform a special service. They have a business arrangement that is so sweet. All you have to do is ask. Lord have mercy. And not only that you have to do is ask, but sometimes if you need a little extra now and then, the kids need another pair of shoes, mama need her hair weave done, daddy needs to go out and fix on his car, they got you. And the reason a sugar daddy or sugar mama makes things so sweet and they make it so easy for you to do it, they don't ask questions, nor does the side piece if they feelings are not in it. Do you hear me now? They don't ask questions. They don't ask how your family doing. They not asking you about what's going on in your household because they know they role. They gonna play their role and they gonna work their role as long as you are giving them what they want. Let me read comments. I have sure enough did that. Amen. Ugly. Every week payroll. Amen. Yes. And we know that. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I ain't always been on the right side of cheating. So everything that I'm talking about, I know a little something about it. I'm just not up here talking. And when I talk about the sugar daddies or the sugar mamas, yes, they put you on payroll. You tell them in order for us to get together every 2 weeks, I need $350, I need $400. Because let me tell you about a sugar daddy, a side piece, and a sugar mama. They already know. They done sized you up. They know how you roll. They know how you flow. See, some people they'll get a hand nail money to. Then there's other people they know they got to pay mortgages. There's other people they know they got to buy a new car. It's other people they know that they going to have to spend out. They already know their place. They already have money set to the side. And whatever some money that's set to the side is not going to interfere with their household. See, the wonderful thing about a side piece or a sugar mama or sugar daddy, when they don't get caught up, they not finna call your phone. They know not to initiate a call. They know not to initiate a text message. They know. So why we who are legally right to a man or a woman, while we out here with them, it's like you feel like you the side piece because they call you, yeah, what's up? How you doing? What's going on? How dare you answer the phone when I'm calling you like that, but when your dip calling you is like, hey, what's up? And if anybody, and we real tonight, anybody on here that's been cheated on, you know when your man or your woman, how they answer the phone when there's somebody on the other line that ain't supposed to be there, but they need to answer it. You already know, oh man, I don't know what this person wants. You know damn well what they want. You know why they calling. You didn't answer, so now they calling. They have a schedule. They have a program. Too many times what we end up doing, y'all, we end up driving ourselves crazy trying to catch them. We end up driving ourselves gray in the head, high blood pressure, stress, anxiety, heart attacks, gaining weight, losing weight, hair falling out. Men can't work on their job correctly because we trying to catch them in the act. Let me say something. If a person don't want to be caught, they not going to get caught. But what we have to do to keep from going crazy, if there's something inside of you that tell you that something is going on, best believe 9 times out of 10 it's true. We have to not focus on what they doing and focus on what we doing. We have to focus on not the worrying and the stressing, but I'm going to pray myself to get through this because it's different. Some people can say, I could go back after a cheat. I can go back after a lie. Then there's other people be like, hell no, I ain't going because if you did it to me once, you'll do it to me again. Hold on, y'all. I got comments. It says, Belita touchdown. Hello, correctly spoken. You own it. Been there. Can I get some water, y'all? Hold on 1 minute. Now, here's the thing. Tell me if I'm right or wrong, y'all. I don't know nobody that married their side piece. I don't know nobody that did a commitment relationship with a side piece or sugar daddy or sugar mama. I have not heard about none of that in my day. They have a purpose, and their purpose is solely to validate feelings. Their purpose is to solely validate their existence. Tell them, good job, you the best, keep going. They do everything right because they get paid to. They are the void. But I'm going to tell you this. If a side piece can come in your house and handle your business the way that you do, they couldn't handle it because their role is completely different. And what we get messed up, especially in our marriage, is this. We focus on somebody that's in the street. No, don't focus on what's in the street. Focus on doing you. Now, a lot of people are like, well, Lisa, I don't know. I'm going to say this. Everybody know what you need to do in your household to make it work. And that's what you need to do. I'm not on here to preach to nobody. I'm on here to bring facts. And I'm sorry if it stepped on your toes, but again, I did say that this was a grown folks show. I have some more comments. It says, not me, I was more focused on my daughter. That's why I wasn't. Okay. Now, something else I want to talk about, y'all, is the outside children. The outside children is the hush hush. That's the little secret that we don't talk about. The outside kids are treated like that's their fault. These kids did not come into the world. These babies are a product of people that were not responsible. So why do we treat the outside kids exactly that? Now hear me and hear me well. I'm not saying that a significant other is going to be easy for them to accept it, because how would you feel knowing a person that you done gave your life to, you done cooked, you done cleaned, you done been there for them, ups and downs, highs and lows, they were sick, you took care of them, they couldn't work, you paid all of the bills. Come on, y'all, we did above and beyond. And then the minute you got your funky butt on your foot or your feet, you go out and you start a whole nother family, or you out here and you get careless with your love and you starting off with your side piece, you slipping away or you stealing away. Yes, how do you feel, woman to woman, knowing that I'm giving all of the love? As she said, I'm paying his car note, the clothes that he wears, I buy that. Now we can flip that because it can go either way. But we have to understand that these are the products of what happened when it's cheating. Is it easy? No. Does it cause bitterness? Yes. Does it cause frustration? Yes. Does it cause anger? Yes. Does it cause somebody want to stab you, shoot you, punch you in the face, rub you in the eye? Absolutely. But what we do is we want to sweep the little thing under the rug like it don't never happen. And the fact is it does. And what bothers me the most is we have to open up. We can talk about everybody and everybody else's business, but how many of y'all seen the movie Fences with Denzel Washington and Viola Davis? Viola Davis was a good wife, and he knew she was a good wife, but that did not keep him from dipping off another woman that was not what she was. Not only did he dip off with another woman, but this woman got pregnant. Come on, y'all. Not only did she get pregnant, but she died giving birth. Not only did she die giving birth, but he bring this baby home like, hey, what am I going to do? So the same woman who had his back while he was in the street cheating, now he brings a baby home to her and like, what am I going to do? Her response is, get away from me. I'm going to take care of this baby. Now, emotionally, how many of us could say we'll do that? But this is the child that is a product of something. They didn't ask to be here. It was the neglect. So we have to figure out, how do we do this? Now, cheating, it hurts like hell, but all of us ain't been faithful all of our lives. Does it hurt? Yes. Does it cause a lot of heartache and pain? Yes. But what we have to understand is when you have a heartache, as the old song say, there is nothing that you can do. How can we make this situation better? How can we teach our children that this is not the way to go? Because a lot of times we have generational players. A lot of times we have generational men and women who cannot stay in committed relationships, who cannot stay in marriages, who cannot stay in anything because growing up they seen mama daddy, they seen mama cheating, they seen daddy cheating, grandmama and granddaddy got side pieces. Everybody is going crazy. So as people, what can we do? Again, we talk about, girl, I seen her husband down there, and I seen this, I seen the girl in the car. We see everything, but we never talk about these things. So again, everybody that is joining, Terry. Hey, tell my sister Audra I said hello. Hey, my sister, my cousin Lolita, and hello there. Look like Davion. I need some water, guys. Hold on. Now, we identified some of the reasons why people cheat. So we talked about the lack of sex, and then we went into talking about the side pieces, the sugar mamas, the sugar daddies, and we talked about the outside kids. Let's talk about one part of cheating that really hurts, and this is the emotional support. And I started out saying the song about your body's here with me, but your mind is on the other side of town. Not only is it that, but you don't talk the way that you used to. There's there's an invisible wedge that is in the relationship, and it has blocked you guys from moving forward. You start to feel ignored. When you start feeling ignored, when you start feeling neglected, you almost feel like you wasting your time. Like, why am I here? Am I not good enough? So when you start feeling the emotional aspect of cheating, it hits a little bit different than sex. Not only do people go out and cheat because of some of the things, but they not get respected at home. How can you be in the house and you pay bills, and this is where you spend majority of your time, and you not get respect? How would it feel if the man of the house is being put down by the woman of the house, or the woman of the house is being put down by the man of the house? And it's always something wrong. You always point the finger. It's nothing good enough. Or they comparing you to somebody that's in the street. Or even more about the emotional aspect of being misunderstood. Every time I say something, you got a problem with it. You twisting it, you turning it, you making it flip. You can say it's a good day, and they be like, well, what's good about it? And it's nothing like being with somebody and you don't have any support at all. You have goals, you have ambitions. They not trying to validate. They don't have time to hear you. Everything is about everybody else. You know what's funny is a part of the emotional cheating is that we make time to hear everybody's problems. We make time to hear everybody's secrets. We even sketch in a little time to hear about the gossip. But when it comes to us being emotionally available for the person that we're with, we are missing in action. We are not there to give them the love and the support that they need. I was reading this and I was listening, because you guys know I do a little research. And I was listening to something that says after a person has been married 5 years, they have a conversation per day of no more than 15 minutes. That is sad. How can we have a conversation no more of 15 minutes? There is a void there. When a void is there, let me talk about this. Secrets. How many have been in relationships with someone for a period of time, and you start seeing they're getting secretive? They don't talk to you about what's going on in their family. They don't talk to you about what's going on in their life. It's always a whisper. It's always a hush. Anything that's going on with them, they keep it close to their chest. They really don't talk to you about anything. That is part of the emotional support that's needed. And when a person, it does not feel respected, if they feel like they're being ignored, if you can't sit down and talk to them or being misunderstood, or their secrets, it's going to be very hard for them to stay focused on you in this relationship. So next thing you know, you got the little work wife that's listening to everything. You got the little work husband that's validating you. You got the person that's at the grocery store that tell you how good you look or how nice you are. You got the person that's the drive-through teller that's saying, man, I respect the man that come to work every day. So you have other people that are around you, because do you know, just like joy carries light, people can see when you're hurting. People can feel your pain. And there are professional people that look for folks that they can play on, who they can take whatever they're not receiving at home and work it to their advantage. I have a comment that says, speak my current situation, me. Now, when you are in a situation where there is no emotional support, and you have a simple conversation, and a simple conversation turns into an argument, my God. A simple conversation turns into a big heated argument, and you sleeping in separate rooms. Maybe a person is sick and now you working more hours and you can't be there for them. Do you guys know it's an emotional attachment that is happening, but it's also creating that person to be vulnerable to another person. So next thing you know is we have these social network relationships. We have people that are on Facebook. They say they married, but they on here hitting everybody inbox. We have people that are on Instagram that are looking at all of your pictures. You have people that are out there looking for somebody that they can attach themselves to, so that they can be that listening ear, that shoulder to cry on. And what happens when you're looking for emotional emotional support, you almost fall on the wrong shoulder. You almost become very vulnerable to a person who does not have good intention. So you're feeling a void that you're not getting from your spouse with somebody else that have another intention. Next thing you know, as you start having an emotional attachment to someone because of the lack of things you're not getting in your home, hello somebody, as my mama would say, you start disrespecting the person that you with. When you start disrespecting the person that you with, come on, y'all, the first thing you do, you start sleeping in other rooms. Let me tell you something. I dated somebody, and I knew that they were talking to someone else. Everything I did was my fault. If I cooked rice, I cooked it too long. If I went to work, I stayed too long. Everything I did, they nitpicked because they needed to find a problem with me to validate what they were doing. So next thing I know, this person is sleeping on a couch and I'm sleeping in the bed. But what did they know is I'm peeping game because you have to make yourself emotionally available to this person to talk to because you done already told them things are not going good at your house. And they done got you so caught up in your flesh and your emotion. When they call, you got to respond. When they text, you got to respond. When they FaceTime you, you got to run in the bathroom and turn the shower on and flush the toilet so don't nobody know that you on the phone. See, what ended up happening, this emotional thing becomes so disrespectful, so foul, so stinking, so undercut, low-handed, dirty, and I can't say the other word, but it hurts like hell because you got a person that loves you that is trying to understand what did I do, when in actuality it a little bit of what they did, but you're finding your needs being met by somebody else. And this person that you have emotionally attached yourself to, you will never get from them what you getting at home. It is a temporary low self problem that you only getting half of your needs met and not all of them. I have a comment. It says, my speaking. Yes, ma'am. Wow. I was disrespected big time. Small things turned into little arguments. I started pulling a you on you move. Amen. And see, that is the thing. When you start doing a you on you, that person that has developed that emotional relationship with somebody else, they say you cheating. That person that has developed an emotional relationship with somebody else are always making excuses of what it is they trying to do. My auntie said a temporary fix. That is exactly what it is. But see, that person that's on the other side of that phone, on the other side of that screen, they got you feeling so good. You don't think it's temporary. You think it's for life. So why you so caught up in your emotions for a temporary fix, as my auntie will say, you setting yourself up for a permanent damage because that person is not going to pay your bills. They not going to have your back. Half of the people that you are developing emotional attachment with, you can't pack up your clothes and go live with them. You know why? Because secretly they got somebody else. You can't pack up your stuff and go be with them. You know why? Because they scuffling. You know why? Because they ain't got it like that. So it's easy for them to be this fluff, this powder, this joy, this mirror of something that you're not getting at home, but they're not going to give you everything that you need. So we go back to only having 20% when you have the whole 80. And not only do we talk about that, but this person will pick fights with you so they can go outside and stay gone for a couple of days at a time. Y'all heard me. They will pick fights with you so they can stay gone and be gone a couple days at a time. So now as they're trying to get their needs met, this emotional attachment, this sexual thing that's going on, they are totally neglecting the person that really has their back. Now what's so interesting to me is as we have people that are saying, come on, speaking, living two lives, trying to live their double life. Yes, they do have a double life and they think they got it going on. While they're treating the person at home like trash and treating the person in the street like royalty, they think they got it going on. But they can't go stay with them. It's not going to work. And how many of us know people who have messed over good people because of sex, because of the side piece, because of the sugar daddy, sugar mama, because of the outside. And then 2 or 3 or 4 years later, they say, man, I messed up. I wish I had never done that. Man, that was a good woman. Man, that was a good man. Man, I shouldn't have never did that. Too many times we hear that, but it's a little too late. I have some comments. It says homeless, hungry, and horny. Yes. Homeless, hungry, and horny is exactly what it is. Looking for a savior to save them from their mess. Yes. And that is exactly it. They are looking for a savior. And these people are master manipulators, baby. They are master manipulators. They will take their eyes. They will go hard for everything that they want. They will kick you to the curb. They will treat you like trash. They will leave you hanging. They will neglect their kids. Did you hear me talk about it? They will neglect their kids. They will not pay bills to give this person what they need. They will tell you lies just to do whatever they need to do. So the thing about when we talk about cheating, we look at it initially, we was talking about the songs, we was talking about the feelings, but this thing hurts because it rips into your heart and it tears you down emotionally. Now you sitting here looking in the mirror trying to figure out, what did I do? Was I that bad of a person? Could I have been better? You checking yourself from A to Z, because now people say, well, you know, here's the word, y'all. Oh, they just so insecure. They so jealous. Baby, I didn't have insecurity problems or jealousy problems until I met your cheating butt. I didn't deal with any of that. So now, because I'm calling a spade, and I see things for what it is, now we're talking jealousy. Now we're talking insecurities. Now we're talking this. But they never, ever, ever say the things that they did. Have you always met somebody that's always talking about the person that they with, but they never admit their own fault? The person in their house, they don't cook, they don't clean, they don't sex, they don't do this, they don't do that. But you've been with them 5 or 6 years. So you tell me who the fool. Because here's my thing. If you can be with somebody 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years and you deal with that, why would you talk about them? Because that person and what they not doing and what they are doing is a reflection of you. So when you talk bad about them, in actuality, you talking bad about yourself. Check yourself, boo. Comments. It says, have PhD in cheating? Yes. Leave you to stay with someone else to cheat on? Yes. And get them again too late and thinking, yes, yes. How about that old song, Jody's Got Your Girl and Gone? Come on, y'all. You leave your home unattended, somebody else is going to come on through and slide in. And that's something that we don't want. People that cheat because of emotion, people that cheat because of sex, they have a feeling like, oh, she not going to go nowhere. They're going to always be there. They're going to always know. People are not going to sit still, even in brokenness, even in loneliness, even in depression, even in anxiety and stress. People get fed up. They not going to just sit there and take your stuff. And as my sister said, when they do a you on you, then you looking crazy. I will never forget this person. They were hanging out with their friends. So I decided to get off work and go shopping. So because I was not at home cooking, this person got mad. You know, it wasn't the fact, well, you know, if I'm working every day, then you should be at home cooking. Wait a minute. It is not even the factor about you working every day cooking. The factor is I'm in the streets and you don't want me to catch you in traffic. That's what it is. So again, they are master manipulators. They're always looking at a way to make you feel bad, a way you to feel guilty. They're always turning things around so you have to question who you are, and always talking about being jealous and insecurity. And they always want to degrade you. They always want to take away from you. And then it's like they take away from you and empower somebody else. They take away from you and they want to give this. Now here it is. It trips me out because they'll build up this person that they only been knowing a month or two. They'll leave their home for somebody that they only been chatting with on the internet. They ain't never met a day in their life. They building a new life with a boo that they ain't never seen face to face and ain't got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. They throwing away everything that they established with you for somebody else, only to have to bring their tail right back to you. Everything you you do is a circle. And whatever you sow, you are going to reap. So we have to remember those things. Hold on, guys. I got some comments. Then if he get mad at the side piece, then come trying. Oh, I want to talk about that one. I have another one that says cheating for greed because one person didn't fulfill them. Once they tell you love, porn, yes, and run. Here's the thing too. That whole part, I had another situation happen, same person, where when the side piece was not available, so they were sleeping in another room. But when the side piece wasn't available, then they wanted to get in the bed with me. Go back on in there and get on the couch now. So if you see things for what they are, you have to decide what to do. But don't allow being cheated on to the point that it crushes your heart and you can't move forward. One thing I want to say, being in a situation like that, you feel mishandled and mistreated. You feel because you have given all that you have, and then we're giving birth to the invisible scars. The invisible scars hurt like hell, but they produce so many things that we have to deal with. And one thing that it produces is revenge. You become so vindictive and you become so revengeful. You come to the point like, I want you to hurt like you hurt me. I want you to cry like I cried. I want you to just ball in knots like I balled in knots. I want your heart to bleed like my heart bled. You want that person to suffer the same way that you suffer. You want them to endure the same way that you endure. You want them to go through the same level of that. Not only does it give birth to the invisible scars of vindictive, but it also betrayal. It's nothing like somebody kissing you in the face and got a knife in your back at the same time. It's nothing about them lying to your face and, no, wait a minute, let me say this. How many have caught somebody up, gave them the opportunity to tell the truth, and they still lied in your face? You told them, look, because let me tell you something. When a person comes to you with some information, 9 times out of 10, they already got everything laid out. They're giving you an opportunity for you to speak your piece, speak your mind, because maybe, if you be correct, we might be able to do a little something, right? You go to them, you be like, hey, is there anything you want to tell me? No, I'm good. So, I've been noticing your little activities and things are a little different. Your patterns are different. We're not talking. No, I'm straight. Okay. So you done gave them an opportunity. They smiling in your face, but at the same time, they stabbing you in your back. And while they stabbing you on your back and you sitting there, you like you dirty dog. You no good motor scooter. You lying. You know what? I'm seeing you in your face and you still want to sit in my face and you still want to lie to me. And a part of you goes so enraged, but you know, you cannot release it. You know that hell is going to go down in your household. Some police is going to have to be called or somebody going to the hospital. So you are forced with sitting here holding all of these different emotions in your heart. And it is nothing like a man. See, women, we deal with things, but men, can you imagine a man that is giving all that he have to a woman and she turn around and break him? Can you imagine a man that sacrificed and did all of the right things and never cheated and he had the opportunity to cheat? And hear me out, y'all. Ain't nothing like all of us are beautiful creatures. Let me say that. And every last one of us that was faithful and got cheated on had opportunity to cheat with somebody that was bigger, better, stronger, much faster, had more than the person that we was with. And we sat there and we said no. We said no, and they turned around and said yes. Do you know how bad you feel? Do you sit back and think like, man, I should have took that opportunity and I could be here or I could be there? So then you turn around and I'm being faithful. You slap me in the face with this, and then you slap me in the face with these shenanigans and this disrespect. Yeah, I do want you to hurt. Come on, y'all. Let's be honest. I do want to stab you. I do want to smack you. I do want to cuss you out. So here we are with all of these emotions, and you give them the opportunity and they be like, oh, I'm good. You are real good. How about we have to deal with the embarrassment and the shame of this thing? Here it is. We put this person before our family. We stood before our family and said how well they were, how good they were. They turn around and not only cheat on you, but they try to talk to one of your relatives, or they try to talk to one of your friends, or they try to talk to somebody that's close to you. Here it is. You just sat there and told them about this individual, and now they trying to get with them. And you have to deal with the embarrassment embarrassment and the shame. You got to look at your family, because this no good individual did this to you. So now, where you were the person that kind of had your stuff together, the spotlight is on you because you feel dumb. I'm going to say me. I felt dumb. I felt stupid. I felt inadequate. I felt like something was wrong with me because I trusted you. I put my faith in you. I gave you a part of me that nobody had ever touched. And what you did is you took it and you used it to your advantage. So then we not only are dealing with the embarrassment and the shame of me trying to help you, be with you, build you, encourage you, put you on a level. Matter of fact, how many of us have met somebody that had potential? They got this potential, and you help them get on their feet, and they turn around and they leave you when they get on theirs. Oh, really? How many of them you help them get in school and they get their degree and they say, see you later, alligator? Come on now. So there is nothing like you giving your all to them and they turn around and then want to say something about you. Comments. Hold on. My ex had a degree in lying. Amen. From sun to sundown, I walked away, but it hurt like hell. Real talk. And it does. And that's what I want us to talk about tonight. Auntie, yes, hurt people hurt people. He is so low. Yes, you know my story. Amen. But it's the truth. You sit here, you've given your best. Come on now. I don't know about you, but I'm kicking 50. So I done gave you like the best of my years, as Al Green would say, will go to you. And you done turned around and you done tried to play me, and now I'm sitting here trying to pick up the pieces of my life and trying to figure out what it is I need to do to get back on track. No, son, it ain't that easy. And then I'm looking at people that are coming to me that have good intentions, kind of cross-eyed. So now I'm looking at this guy who really do got it together, who seemed like he nice, but I'm looking at him like, I don't know if I can trust you. Nope, I got hurt before. Oh, you got tendencies. Nope, you look like him. You take too long when you go to the store. You know what barbershop you go to? He used to go to that same barber. You start with nitpicking with everything because that person looks like something that has hurt you. You start looking at that person cross-eyed and they never did anything to you because of the things that you experienced from somebody that was lying and cheating, from the things that you experienced from being betrayed and embarrassed, from the things that you've experienced from the hurt. So now here you are trying to figure out, how do I even love? How do I even get to the point where I can get myself together, that I can get into a healthy relationship, because I have been mishandled and because I have been mistreated. And that is one of the feelings that we are dealing with, again, that we don't want to talk about. Hold on, some more comments. It says, that potentially leads to the road to hell. Yes, me. I gave all my 2020. This is a new year. And if you ain't got it right then, that's right, time to go. And that's exactly what I started the show out with, Miss Katara. I said that. I said the things that I went through in 2020, I'm not doing that in 2021. God showed me who I was and how big he was. So one thing I realize is this: no matter where you are, relationship, no relationship, divorce, single, whatever, God is bigger than whatever it is you've been through. And he did not put us on this earth for us to be by ourselves. He did not do that. So when we're talking about topics that many are too afraid to talk about, all this month, this is the stuff that we're talking about, because our past is keeping us from loving. Our past is keeping us from moving forward. Our past is keeping us from fulfilling everything that we need to be, because there's an invisible block that's hindering us. And then here's the thing: after the person that cheated on you find out, the grass ain't never good on the other side, baby, because all you did, when they find out, then they want to come to you and say they sorry. Sorry for what? Are you sorry you got caught? Or are you genuinely sorry that you messed up your marriage and your life? Because a lot of people don't realize, when you cheat and you have kids, you cheat not only on your spouse, but you cheating on every aspect and every part of your relationship and your marriage. You're cheating. So one, I got to ask again, are you sorry you got caught, or are you genuinely sorry? Because there are a lot of repeat offenders out here, somebody. There are a lot. A person that is a repeat offender is one that say, I'm sorry, but every time you turn around, they talking to somebody. I'm sorry, but they still messaging people on Facebook. I'm sorry, but they flirting with the girl at Dunkin' Donuts. I'm sorry, but they going to the mall buying perfume and it ain't for you. I'm sorry. Okay, now the other part of it, a person can cheat and a person can be genuinely sorry, but that person that is genuinely sorry, you will see a change and you will feel a change. You will know that I apologize, I messed up, because believe it or not, there are a lot of people, and I'm gonna find out what the percentage of it in marriage, that have cheated and were able to get back on track over time. I watched this series yesterday where it was a man that came on and he was talking about this wife and husband and how they both cheated on each other, and the man, cheated on his wife. And he was with this lady, his side piece. The side piece did not want to let him go and set him up to be murdered. She set him up to be robbed and murdered. I stand corrected. And what ended up happening, the guys had cut the lady, they killed the lady, the side piece, and nailed him to something that looked like a cross. This is a true story. I'm going to find it and post it. They were able to reconcile and they were able to move forward. All things that, because you've been cheated on, does not mean you can't get it back on track. But you have to figure out what can you do to do that. When you've been hurt and you've been scarred and you've been battered and abused, everybody is different. Some people can be like, I can forgive and forget. But let me tell you, it's hard to forgive and forget, because when you walk out that door, I'm thinking you own something. When you pick up your phone, I'm thinking you texting. So how do you get past that? How do you get to the point of, I love you and I want to move forward? I have some comments. I have, you worries are sorry. You say it so much it doesn't feel sorry anymore. That is true. Hello there, Amari. And then sorry don't excuse the pain. Yes. And let's say that too. The word sorry doesn't excuse the pain. It does not erase memories. It does not heal my broken heart. And it does not clear my vision. It doesn't. The word sorry, I believe the word sorry is a word that is used but not used properly. And here's why. When you are genuinely sorry, you change. When you are genuinely sorry, you will remove yourself from situations that are going to even look like what you have been through or what you put your spouse through. And you'll find that a lot of people are sorry, but they're not sorry enough to change all of their ways. They're not sorry enough to do whatever it takes to convince the person that they hurt. So I'm going to say, I'm sorry, I'm not going to do it again, but you still going to catch me on my phone all the time. I'm going to say, I'm sorry, I won't do it again, but I'm still hanging out late with the fellas all night. I'm going to say, I'm sorry, I won't do it again, but every time I turn around, I got an attitude with you towards me. So you saying you sorry, but the actions that you had when you was cheating are the same. You ain't sorry, boo. You sorry you got caught. And one of the worst positions to be in is when you decide to stay with them because you love them and this person decides to cheat on you again. See, now I'm a work in progress, because I'm a work in progress. And I'm going to say this. With me being a work in progress and with me being who I am, my mindset is I gave you the opportunity to clean up. But see, now you want to get down. I'm going to get down and I'm going to show you how it's done. That's not the right way to go, guys. Like I said, I'm a work in progress. But you really have to figure out what it takes for you to get back halfway to a medium level. My auntie says most of them come back. But when I say they are sorry, if they say they are sorry, it's only words coming from their mouth. That is true. It's not from their heart. They're only saying that because in their mind, they know they messed up. They know you're a good woman. They know you're a good man. They know that the qualities that you have that attracted you are the qualities that they need, but they still want the little extra on the side. So how do you get to the road of recovery? How do you get to a point? What I can say is I had to, number one, stop feeling sorry for myself. I am not stupid. I am not dumb. This happened. I need to keep it moving. One of the biggest things is you have to, we always say, well, I'm not going to fall in love with nobody. I'm not going to be with this. I'm not going to do that. So the very thing that you did with that person, you automatically go into shutdown mode. You like, nope, I'm not going to do this. They'll never get the best of me. I'll never be hurt again. Don't feel bad or guilty for doing the right things with the wrong people. Again, do not feel guilty for doing the right things with the wrong people. Okay, so a lot of times we go into shutdown mode, and here it is. God has somebody for you, but you, because you still hard-hearted, or you dealing with the issues, that you are not willing to open up and let them in. So now we're missing out on our blessings. Because I'm gonna tell you this. I need to get some water. Hold on, y'all. Let me say, I was like, when I got out of the relationship, I was like, you know what? I'm not dating nobody no more. I'm done. I'm just going to do me. I'm going to have some fun. And I don't know about y'all, but I have fun doing me. But at the same time, I said, God, I am getting too old to be out here dating this person and that person. The next person I want to date, I want it to be my husband. So I was blessed enough to get back with the man that I married over 20 years ago. But even with that, I had to say to myself, God, heal me so that I don't make him pay for what the ex did. Heal me so I don't go into him pointing fingers and having the same attitude and animosity towards somebody that did not cause this hurt and did not cause this pain. And let me tell you, a lot of times we so focused on that person that we're not focused on ourselves. We're not focused on our well-being. God has a way of healing you right in the situation. God has a way of making you better while you still in the house with the person that's lying, cheating, and doing you wrong. I'm telling y'all from experience, if you go to God and be like, God, I'm in this situation. I know you're going to get me out. I'm not even worried about this lying individual anymore. I'm not even going to deal with the shenanigans. They can live their life. Work on me. When you ask God to work on you while you're in the situation, I promise y'all, your vision will change. How you look at things will change. Everything about you will change. And then when you were so concerned about what they were doing, they start being concerned about you, because you are no longer checking for them. They are checking for you. You are no longer worried about what they're doing. They worried about what you're doing. And it ain't even about you having a man or anybody else. It's about you being who you are and realize I ain't got to deal with this, but while I'm in this, I'm going to be blessed. Hold on, comments. Never sorry until the side piece starts fooling around on them. Wow. Yes. Just like an auction. Next highest bidder. Amen. Amen. All right, Sister Lorraine. And that is correct. A lot of times the poop don't hit the fan until the side piece find another person that's paying a little bit more money. A lot of times the poop don't hit the fan until that sugar daddy find him another sugar, or that sugar mama find them another sugar. And then they come back with that tail in between their legs. It's a sad and a shame that when the outside do them wrong, they want to come back to the inside. It's a shame that when the outside break them like they broke you, then they want to come back running, talking about how bad they did you, or they should have did things differently. Let me say this. If you are in a position and you feel a release, I don't give a damn what they tell you. You keep going. If you are in a position and you know that it's time for you to say goodbye, you say goodbye. Because here it is. That person is what I call a conditional person. Meaning that when the conditions are good on the outside, they play. But when they get bad, they want to come back in the inside. Baby, this is not a doghouse, okay? This is not a hotel. This is not this. That is never that. So when you feel the release, and you will know. People say, well, what does the release feel like? The release is when you know that you know it's time for me to go, you go. Because just when you start living your best life, your confidence come, your love for yourself come, you getting your hair done, you doing men going again, whatever it is you feel to validate who you are, and they see that change, they're going to want to latch on to you. And you know what? Tell them it's too late. It's okay. And another part, and I want to say this, a lot of times you feel the release, but you feel financially bound. So maybe you are in a position or were in a position where this person may have paid all the bills. Maybe you are in a position where you had a house together and you got all of this stuff and you don't know what to deal with. Let me tell you, when I left, I packed up what I could in my car and I did this because I asked God. He said, I will give you double for your trouble. And that's a cliche, but when I tell you he did it, he did exactly that. So many times we say, well, I don't want to leave because this person, I've been with them 10 or 15 years and I didn't ever want for anything. If money is going to be the reason you stay, you're going to be miserable. If money is the reason that you decide, like finances, I'm telling you, it's going to be a miserable life. We're in a point right now that we have to really trust God. And I'm saying this honestly, y'all, because I done said some things, but I'm being honest. When you are in an unhappy situation and you know that you have come to the end and you know that God is telling you it's the end, he's already made a way. Whenever you come to the end of you, that is when God says, I got you. He will do exactly what he say. So many times, men and women, you stay in situations that you know you should let go of because you're comfortable and because you're convenient. Then you mad at them because they keep doing you wrong. Every time a person does you wrong and you stay in it, it's almost like you giving them a signed permission slip to keep doing it because they not sorry. They just saying the word. One thing that I want to say is this. Ask God to remove the residue because just like people can see happiness, people can see other things. Ask God to remove the residue of the stain of hurt, the stain of bitterness, the stain of insecurity. Whatever it is you're dealing with, God remove the residue. God heal my hurt. God heal my pain. Build me back up. Take me back to where you was. God restore me. We talk about restoration. All we think about is the things in the natural. No, God restore the things that people can't see. Restore my joy. Restore my love. Restore my happiness. Restore my mind. Because the other thing is when you're dealing with a cheating individual, the mind plays tricks on you. The mind goes into overtime. You are asleep, but your mind is still going. You at work and your mind is still going. You on a toilet and your mind is still going. Your mind is going because you're going from one thing to another thing to another thing. So it's one of those things. The person says happiness starts with you. Yes, it does. So how do I get to this point? I have to release this person. And we so busy trying to be Mr. Fix-It and Mrs. Fix-It that we're not releasing it. Let me tell you, there is power in release. There is power in letting go. There is power when you say enough is enough. You know what? You can do whatever you want to do. If you want to sleep in a separate room, so be it. Whatever you want to do, you go right ahead. But as for me, I'm going to give myself to God, and God, I'm going to need you to do a work in me like no other. You better push like your life depended on it. Push for your rightful place. The other thing is you have to give it a chance. Give life a chance. Life is not over with because somebody cheated on you. Life is not over with. Let me say that. Just because it did not work out with Sally, Bob, and Jack does not mean that it is the end of your life. So many times we have been in relationships with people for a long period of time, and we meet people and we still talking about what they did. We meet them, we talking about what they didn't do. Why in the hell, every time you say something about the person that did you wrong, you speaking life to a dead situation. That person is moved on. That person is pushed on. They not thinking about you. And as a matter of fact, they going to text you every now and again to see if they got it. Why are you allowing a person that has said, I'm moving on, to still hold on to a part of your life? They are holding you hostage and you don't even see it. They are playing with your emotions and you don't even understand it. You talking about some you can't move forward. You can't move forward because you are emotionally giving life to a situation that broke you. And every time you are emotionally speaking life to a situation that broke you, you are automatically creating another barrier for yourself to overcome. I am not going to allow any individual who told me goodbye, broke my heart, cheated on me, left, any more power over my life. They don't deserve me. They didn't deserve you then, and they don't deserve you now. Stop giving them credit and power over your life. This person that slept with 5 or 6 different people, they didn't marry 2 or 3 different people, and you still talking about what they did and what they didn't do. Let me say something. I know everybody's hurt is different. I'm not trying to make light of nobody's hurt. But what I do want to say is this. If you keep looking back, you will never move forward. If you keep giving that person every time they text you, let me say this. A person know when they got it good and they know when they got it mediocre. What they will do is they'll stay with mediocre because of the fun and the excitement. They'll stay with that because some people need bells and whistles. But at the same time, they know that you were that foundation. They know that when you prayed, things moved. They know that if there was something that needed to be done, you took care of it. So what they going to do is they going to make sure that they keep that little crack open. And when I mean they keep that little crack open, they going to text you to see if you're going to text back. You know what we do? As soon as they text, you text it back. Why? They have clearly made their decision. They are clearly living in their decision. And now the minute they text back. Do you see them texting you in front of their spouse? Hell no, you don't. Do you see them trying to get with you around the person that they dealing with? No, you're not going to see that. You know why? Because they know that they still trying to leave that crack open. And you know what the old saying is, if you give somebody an inch, baby, they're going to take a mile. Stop giving them inches in your mind. Stop giving them inches in your heart. Stop giving them inches in your life. Close that door and leave it closed. Don't reach back for what broke you. Let me say that again. Don't reach back for what broke you. Don't reach back for the things that crushed you. If you came out, stay out. If you're in a position and you don't know which way to go, let me tell you, God got your back. And let me say this. It is time for us to relax and it is time to release. And I got some comments. Hold on. Stop giving life or CPR to a dead situation. That's right, my little sister. Let the dead be buried. Amen. And please put them back on. Yes. Block list. Don't contact me. And don't contact my damn family. Y'all, I'm sorry. Don't contact my family. Don't be asking my cousins how I'm doing. Don't be doing none of that because you had me and you didn't know what to do with me. And see, that's the other thing. Oh my God, he called my cousin. Oh my God, he called my friend. Oh, she concerned about me. No, boo-boo. Because if they really wanted you, they would have had you. Bottom line, we get so excited. And this, I'm telling y'all the truth from experience. You be thinking like, because your mind plays tricks on you. So this person broke you, crushed you, cheated on you, dogged you out, played you, did everything under the sun. Now they gone and you happy. Then the man want to take you back to the good times. Oh, you remember when y'all went out to dinner? Y'all remember when y'all went on that trip? Oh, you remember when he did this? Your man only want to tell you the good times, but it's not going to remind you of why y'all not together. Don't do the fool. Don't do the fool, y'all. Don't go back because of that. So when I talk about relax and release, we have to dissolve these soul ties. We need to burn them, cut them, sever them, and that's it. Burn the soul ties. Dissolve them. Stop linking up in your mind. Let me say this, y'all. Stop linking up in your mind. Stop having these contacts. Stop having these drive-by love affairs in your mind with a person that has broke you. Stop having these little flings in your heart with a person that broke you. Let it go. As my auntie say, shut it down completely. Yes and amen. Free yourself, empty your heart, empty your mind. If you got to write down on the paper everything you feeling about this person, empty it out and let it go. Do not block your blessings because you holding on somebody that broke you. Another thing is stop looking for answers. One thing we want to do, and Lynette say so true, Belita say amen. One thing we always want to do, we want answers. Well, I just want to know why. I want to know why they hurt me. I want to know why they lied to me. I want to know why they cheated on me. I want to know. Who cares? Really? Getting your answer, is it going to help you? Is it going to change what they did? Is it going to do anything? No. They didn't have. Why is the answer going to make a difference of what a person did to you? You know what I'm saying? So if this person did above and beyond to hurt you, and they come to you and say, oh, this, is it really going to make that much of a difference? Sometimes we hurt ourselves and we shoot ourselves in the foot, because after they come to you and they tell you whatever they feel, it's just like you knowing a person is cheating on you, and then when you find, you looking, and then you find it and you still stay. This is what that does. So now you staying and you mad. Why look for it? Whatever is done in the light is going to come out. Trust me. Whatever don't come out in the wash is going to come out in the rinse. So don't spend your life trying to be like, well, I just want closure. I just need understanding. No, what you need to do is move on. God bless them. God keep them. But I got to do me at this point. And the other is, don't settle for relations when you want relationships, okay? Hold on. Comment says, shut it down and go get you some peace. That's right. That's not to know. That's right. Let them kick. Let them kick rocks. They going to, yes. Here's the thing. A lot of times when you leave these relationships after you've been cheated on, we vulnerable, right? So we want that company. We want that person around us because that's what we're used to. But we also find ourselves compromising. And what I mean by that, we're grown, you get horny, you want sex. Especially if you were getting sex at one point. Again, grown folks talking. So now you got this tall, handsome person, or you got this little honey and this little slim, and you know your mind is really not on nothing they saying. It's not even on the dinner you having, the flowers, none of that. Right now you thinking sex. And because they feeling your vibe, you feeling your vibe, you didn't justify, hey, I need this, they need this, let's do this, you do it. But the very minute you do that, you compromise. Because now where you told a person that you wanted relationship, you wanted love, you wanted understanding and peace, you just sold yourself for relations. So now you in a point where, here's the thing. You cannot expect faithfulness from the physical. You can't. You cannot expect faithfulness from the physical. So if you meet somebody and you guys start out in a sexual relationship, and you know in your mind you want something more, but you started out in a sexual relationship and it's physical, 9 times out of 10, that may be the platform that you're on. So when you start talking to this individual about being faithful and about marriage and companionship, they don't want that from you because that's not what you gave them in the beginning. So we have to be very careful about the signs that we're giving off when we're meeting people. Now, that's the thing. We want to get in the bed. You want to get your needs met. You grown. And like I say, we'll justify it to the end. But if you know deep down inside you want a relationship, stop giving up the honey. Man, stop giving up your, you know what I'm saying? Stop giving it up. Because we start to compromise. And whatever you compromise to get, you're going to have to compromise to keep. And then, too, I want to say, don't, hold on one second. Let me get some water. When you start compromising, you'll start making bad decisions based on a physical need. And when I say a physical need, it may not just be sex. But what if you meet somebody and they're nice, and now they're buying you stuff, and you know that this is not the person you want, but they're buying you stuff. You're like, I'm going to take it. What if the physical need is you like going out to eat? Whatever it is, don't make bad decisions based on that. So stay confident in who you are and stay confident in what you want, and know that it's a process. Some will heal in a day, some will heal in a year. But whatever you have been through in regards to a cheating relationship, know that it's okay. And this is a part of life that many of us have experienced and most of us will never talk about. So again, guys, I thank you for hanging with me Tuesday night. I bless your hearts for another show with Victoria's Living Talk Show, where we believe in love, let go, and live. And tonight we talked about cheating in the next room. For those that are every week, I love you, my family. I appreciate you guys. I don't want to call names because I don't want to miss nobody, but I love my family. And I love all of you first comers that came. I appreciate you as well. I want to say 2021 is our year. Do not settle. God brought us through some situations that we don't even tell people about. But I bless God that we are still here to tell the story. This is your year. It is the year of new beginnings. You do not have to stay where you are. You don't have to settle for less. This is your year to succeed. I am a firm believer that this is the year of restoration. This is the year of breakthrough. And this is the year of favor. I have one more comment that says, I have a friend who asked me if we could be friends with benefits. I told him no way. That's right, because whatever you start with friends and benefits, that's exactly what it ended up being, friends with benefits. So whatever you start, that's what it's going to be. Absolutely. As of now, I don't know what next Tuesday topic is going to be. I don't know, but I know it's going to be God. That I do know. And also Thursday night, guys, I want you to join me at 6:30 p.m. We're going to start praying for families. So Thursday at 6:30 p.m., I will be live on Facebook praying for family. I'm going to reach out to a couple of people and see if they'll join me. We're going to just pray for maybe 15 or 20 minutes, whatever God places on our heart. But this is the beginning of the year. And in the beginning of the year, God is really dealing with me about family and how we reach out and we love everybody else near and far. But there are people that have our last name, people in our bloodline, and we are not speaking to them. We're not reaching out for them. We're not even concerned about them. So this week, Thursday, guess what I said? We are praying for our family members. We're praying for salvation. We're praying for healing. We're praying for restoration. We're praying for deliverance. We're praying for unity. We're praying for understanding. We're praying for revelation, knowledge, and wisdom. So please, if you can, join me Thursday at 6:30 as I come on live and we pray. I love you guys, and I thank God for everyone. I love you too, Ma. And bless you. My dad is on here. My Aunt Gloria was on here. My Aunt Carol was on here. Nanette, my cousin's on here. My little sister Lola is on here. Cam from New York is on here. I see Brother Nathaniel, Brother Chris. There are some new people that was on here. Everybody, thank y'all, because I'm going to tell you, I'm going to miss names. I saw my brother on here. I see my sister Nedra on here. I seen a lot of people on here. My sister Joyce is on here too. My sister Didi. So if I missed you, I'm sorry. I don't like calling names because I don't be want to miss nobody. But I don't want to keep talking either. So again, God bless you. Thank you for joining. Guys, I need your feedback. If my Aunt Carol, yes, I need your feedback. So if there are topics you want us to discuss, I need you to bring them forth. There's a topic right now I'm studying for. Please, this show is all about us being healed. It's about us being free. And then it's about us moving forward. This show, there's no judging, no bashing, but we coming with the real. I am not one to sugarcoat anything. And my family members will tell you that. I love God. I am not a minister. I am not a preacher, but I love God. So with that being said, I am going to talk about things that are of the world, but I'm going to also talk about God. So I apologize if you feel like you're getting mixed feelings, that, pray about it, because I'm good. But anyway, I love you. I thank God for you. And you guys have a blessed night. Join me Thursday at 6:30 for prayer for family. Send me your prayer requests. You can message me the last name of your family, and we will call them out Thursday at 6:30. I don't know Tuesday's topic just yet. I just know God is in control. So you guys have a blessed week. You don't settle. This is our year. Make it happen. And something great, marvelous, and big is moving in our direction. Y'all have a great night.